I'm on the guy side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I'm reading the guy side.
Yeah.
She can buy her own drinks. She gotta find somebody else at the bar.
I mean,
Yeah.
but like 7, 8
She felt
times.
entitled. She felt entitled. It was. I think it was.
What? You're not with him.
It was a transactional situation. I think this how girls be. This how most girls be thinking. It was literally like this. If he buys me a drink and you a drink, I'm most likely gonna stay with him at this bar.
And so was she, and she gonna want to drink.
That's the safest lie I've ever heard. Because you best believe if a dude buys me a drink when I was single, the first thing I do is I take that cup and I turn
and move away
onto the other side of the fucking club.
You ain't listening. They've already messed around.
So
okay?
what? Just because I messed around with you before doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
I run to the other side.
They running it back with D-Worm.
Watching me, this could get interesting. Know you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is it your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past, and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time?
Talk to me. Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your host, Dom Worm, and as you can see, the OG gang is in the fucking house, the Zoom, whatever you want to call it. We got Taiki, Elsa, and Rhea. How y'all doing?
Good. It's Friday. We're a day behind. But Dom, you want to tell them why we're a day behind?
Damn. Yeah, it was kind of like my fault. And kind of Keisha Cole and Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? It's a trick.
You over here living in Central Time.
Yeah. But yeah, we normally pod on 7 p.m. at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. I got my time mixed up. I thought the VERZUZ, the Ashanti and Keisha Cole VERZUZ was at 7. So I was like, yo, scratch that. We're going to push it back to the next day. So now we're here. The shit started at 9 o'clock. How do y'all feel about the...
Bruh. It wasn't even 9. It was 9:30.
Yeah.
9:15.
Yeah, bro, that shit.
I was just in there reading the comments. It's so funny seeing the shit talking the celebrities to do. Oh my God. What they say? They say Keisha Cole better pull out her ketchup and mustard wig. I was like,
yeah, I was going back and forth on the joint, but once the shit was getting delayed, because I was talking to Dom before it, and I was like, we both thought the joint started at 7. So.
Well, and we still could have potted. It didn't even matter. We still could have potted. That shit was so late. Ugh.
Yeah, and the thing is, Ashanti sat down at 9, but Nicole didn't come on till like 9:30.
Yeah. Ashanti probably been ready. She was like, let me slide on this joint.
Well, she was sitting there when Keisha Cole came on. First of all, we know she came with attitude, but as Ashanti was waiting for that half an hour, Ashanti was smart. She was like, well, I'm waiting, so I'm just gonna warm up my vocals. So she literally was just sitting there warming up.
Yeah.
And so then Keisha comes on and she's like, hold up, I gotta warm up. And Ashanti was all like, I've been warming up. Like,
right. Like, what were you doing all the way over here?
Did they say why she was late though?
No.
I want to hear that. Like, what was the issue? Like, this had to be planned. Like, this has been planned for a minute. Like, and like
months.
They weren't like in like a set location, right? Where was they at?
It looked like they were either, I don't know if Ashanti might have been actually, I think at Swizz Beatz.
Yeah, she might have been.
The actual thing. And then I think Keisha Cole was in her own location.
That's what I'm saying. Keisha Cole was somewhere else. I know Ashanti looked like she was sitting on like some big ass chair. Like,
they both were. But I just think that if she would have sat down and actually said what happened, it would have cleared the air. Because she sat down, there was like this awkward pause.
Yeah.
Ashanti took her drink, and I was like, oh. She didn't explain herself. She was just like, I gotta warm up. She was like, okay, I'm just gonna start, and then went into whatever the first song was.
Ashanti gave no breaks, bruh. She was not playing. But you know what's funny? When it was the Jeezy and Gucci Mane one, they were late as hell too. But they both stepped. But they had the same stage, and they both stepped onto the stage at the same time. Like, I think theirs started at 10.
Yeah,
but their job was also on a Friday.
Yeah. You're true. So, right. It was on a Friday. This was on a Thursday, and then to have Ashanti just sitting there waiting, and then have Keisha Cole come on another half an hour later. I'm like, and people were in the comments like, "Man, we old now. Like the fans of Ashanti and Keisha Cole are grown. We got work." I was like, "Damn, you're right."
Ashanti was looking good though.
They both looked so good. Yeah. They had the same hair and everything. I loved it.
Yeah, Ashanti was looking real good.
Looking like my baby.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
God damn.
Not
gonna wood for my baby.
She hasn't aged. They haven't aged at all. They look exactly the same, other than Keisha kind of upgrading a little bit. She got her teeth fixed and her hair. Yeah, she got veneers. Remember, she used to have a little gap and stuff, and she had like.
I never paid attention to it either. I just was singing.
I just know she can sing.
Yeah, when her hair was like red or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. She had some like blonde and red hair.
Hey, Tiger, yeah, she was whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I was normally singing along with her, so I wasn't paying attention.
All right, so
were you guys already biased? And was like Ashanti?
I thought Ashanti was gonna win just because of her song.
But did it turn out a little bit more competitive than y'all thought, or y'all think Ashanti blew her out?
I didn't think it was gonna be that like.
It was close as fuck.
That's nigga. I
didn't think they were gonna act like that towards each other, and I know that Ashanti was trying to like be, like calm and.
She was like mellow the whole time,
but
smooth.
Yeah.
Well, Ashanti seemed like she was scheming the whole time. As soon as Keisha played a song, she was like,
"Yeah, she did always."
It was perfect.
Like, girl, if you don't stop, and then Keisha Cole played her song with Tupac, and Ashanti went and did it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then like, she wrote like the Ja Rule and J-Lo song, that old school. And so people were like in the comments. I already knew Ashanti wrote that song like years ago because I'm like a huge fan. So people were like, "Oh, Ashanti out here just like singing other people's songs and stuff like that." And then Ashanti was like, "I wrote this song." And then people in the comments were all like, "Damn, Ashanti's like she wrote every single one of her songs and she's stating it." And Keisha was all like, "I didn't write this song, but it means a lot to me." It was so bad.
I couldn't like. I didn't know who I was really supposed to be cheering for, like throughout the whole thing, because it was like at first I was like, yeah, I think Ashanti's gonna win, but then Keisha would play something that I like. I'm like, this used to be my shit, and then it would be like go back and forth. So I was like, waiting for them just to be like, it's a tie. But
Man,
there were a few songs I was like, I forgot about that song.
Yeah. That's what I had.
It'd be my jam.
They played Ashanti. Unfortunately, I was already biased, and I was like, I want Ashanti to win. I love Ashanti, but Keisha Cole has amazing vocals, like forever, like the type of like make your heart all melt and stuff. But she played a lot of songs. When she played the Sean Paul song, that like took me so far.
We ain't gonna give it up to me.
And then she was
she was down there.
What was y'all highlight moment? When were y'all like, I guess?
And where would you rank this as far as like the verses you've seen? Was this one of y'all favorite?
This was my favorite.
I know for the females it probably is.
As shitty as it went, this was my favorite. Because I sung, like for once they had an artist that like, it was going to be like if they were to have Drake on there. Like Die Hard, like I know almost every one of the songs type of shit. I can sing along to everything. I'm like dancing around the house type of screaming at the top of my lungs type of shit. My favorite.
Same with you, Elsa?
Yeah. I mean, it's two ladies that we grew up listening to, even if we didn't have something to connect the songs to back in the day, but we were still like singing Rain on Me. I was like, ooh, to this song for no reason.
Hey, were y'all both in the crib singing the joint like a concert?
Yes.
Don't say both, say three.
Like,
right.
I was singing that bitch too. You hear me?
I'm so weak. I was in the room and Rainier was out in the living room and I was just singing. He was like, "Can I close these doors?"
He was like, dang. I said he was sick.
He was like, he told me straight up, he's like, I can tell you were in such a good mood and having such a great time. It's like, this is our music. You can't help it because we grew up, like what Elsa said, we grew up with this music. So it takes us back to a completely different time in our life. And you can't help but be happy.
Because we kind of went through some of the things that, they have slightly mentioned. Like when we were younger, we didn't know about fucking love or getting heartbroken or like, getting cheated on and stuff like that. Not saying I ever been cheated on, but I may have, who knows? But y'all get what I'm saying.
Oh my God. When Keisha brought OT Genesis, I was weak off of that one. Did not expect that when he came out.
That was the geekiest part. That shit was hilarious.
I was like, he is all in her space. How does she feel right now? I don't know what she's gonna do.
That shit was so.
Did they say why they didn't have him at the same place at the same time?
Like COVID joint, COVID restriction, because Ashanti got it before, like 2 3
yeah.
before. And then
Did Keisha Cole and OT Genesis have beef? at some point?
Yeah, she was pissed that he remixed it, and people were saying his remix version was better than hers. So she
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know because
that love song. Love. I know, nigga. I know.
I did not know that. But yeah, I was reading, they're like, oh, OT Genesis is here and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, damn, it's good to see that they're friends again. I'm like, they were beefing? I had no idea. So.
Yeah, but to answer your question, Taiki, my favorite so far was the Rick Ross and 2 Chainz joint. I would say.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Rick Ross took his shirt off. He's a character though.
My money on it. All right, so next question. So since we're talking about women and all that stuff, like I come to think, and I was like, well, for one, do y'all ever think Beyonce would do this?
No, because no one would go on a stage with her. She would watch everyone.
I don't think anyone. I would be so impressed by whoever. No, if they did a versus, you know who it would be, right? It would be Beyonce and Rihanna. That's who they would try to put together.
I just think they're just too big of moguls to fucking do that.
Fuck that.
I don't think they would do it.
I don't know, man. I mean, they have some pretty like big people do it so far, and that's what makes it the bigger. I wish what they say they should do like a I was joking. I said they should do an R&B Drake versus rap Drake, and that would be so much fun to look at. But it's like it'd be the same thing. It's gonna be Beyonce versus Beyonce. It's gonna be Drake versus Drake. No one's gonna want to.
Elsa, what you think? You think since you're a part of the Beehive and shit?
I am.
What you think?
Nobody can go against Beyonce.
Yeah. All right. I got 2 names for y'all. I'm not saying I could beat her. I don't
think anyone would want to do that.
But let's just say
I don't think I agree with Taiki.
I think these 2 can make it competitive somewhat. Maybe can get 5 or 6 songs on her. Max. I'd go Rihanna, maybe. Think about this. I think Beyonce got like 40 fucking crazy hits, but if you limit it down to 20, it kind of she lowers her. Let's go with peak or whatever. But anyway, so I got Rihanna and Mary J. Blige. I think that's the only 2 females that can.
I'm sorry, I can't. No,
that's a good name.
And Mary J. I mean,
Blige.
She's great.
Not
she could get like 5 on her.
Rihanna would be the only one.
I think.
Go to listen to Mary J. Blige, bro.
I think it would.
Her Essential on Apple Music. She got some hits, bro. Because
my thing is like I would love if they did like a Beyonce when we grew up, like Upgrade You and Freakum Dress and Check Up on It. That would be my shit. Now I was gonna hate
it just be her singing her song.
I would love that, but I haven't followed. I was a huge Beyonce fan, like of that stuff when we grew up. The thing is just like now after she released like Lemonade, I didn't follow it that closely. I never followed any of it and stuff. So I mean I'm not the biggest fan of that album.
That era.
Yeah. But it's like the era when we grew up with like the Destiny's Child, like that type of stuff. Oh, that's like untouchable to me.
She can tap into all that. That's why I don't think anyone would do it, because she would just rake everyone.
I don't think no one would either.
But
I don't know, man. But that would be a good one. I would love to see it, but it would never happen. I don't think anyone would. Swiss Beats wouldn't be able to present that to Beyonce.
I would like to see, like, since you mentioned Mary J, like with Lauryn Hill or something like that. Like too. That type of.
Yeah,
I want to see Lauryn Hill go with somebody.
I want to see like Remy Ma and fucking Lil Kim or some shit. Let me see something crazy.
You gotta get Cardi and motherfucking Nicki on the joint next.
All right, since y'all say that, who would win that? Don't piss me.
Probably Nicki at this point.
I'm gonna say Cardi just because she's from the Bronx.
I'm gonna say Cardi too.
Y'all are nuts.
Y'all know Nicki was running the game for 10 years.
I know, I was gonna say, but Nicki has so many more.
Yeah, y'all got that. What have you done for me lately? Shit. Nicki got all kind of shit.
Y'all motherfuckers, y'all the type of niggas that have the Nets going to the finals and winning it.
They don't know nothing about that, but still.
I know, right, Elsa?
Yeah, but nah, Nicki would. I think Nicki would watch.
She has Nicki. Her discography is like all over. Like she has rap and pop and like R&B type of vibes.
Songs too that were.
See, yeah, she has like all the top 40s. You know, that's not my. I don't like top 40. That's not my.
Cardi got to do some shit for a couple more years, though, I think, to fuck with her.
She has
doing her thing though. I ain't sleeping.
But I feel like you can't even compare them because it's like once again, it's like they started in two completely different like times and eras where it's like the fans are two completely different groups of people. Like we grew up with Nicki, we grew up with Ashanti, and it's like we just recently got Cardi.
Yeah.
So it's like within the like.
They're both like characters, like Nicki when she goes people, and then
I mean, it would just be so much fun to watch them perform. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did they announce who was gonna be next?
Nah, they always be doing that shit random. Like,
just don't
really
wait till you see who's next. Yeah. They'll do that in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
I wish we had them back on the same stage again. I mean, I understand why they didn't, but the whole 2 separate screens.
Yeah, that shit is whack to me because I'm just like, give them the fucking COVID test.
Facts.
And if they don't have it, push that shit back for 2 weeks. It's not like you ain't doing shit but streaming it live.
I think they're worried about the public
saying something about it.
Fuck that, bro.
We're playing not setting a good example,
bro. What they play basketball and football every day.
Yeah,
but see, basketball, you know,
that's my assumption. That's the only thing I can say.
There ain't no bubble no more.
But you're right.
Oh, I'm behind.
Yeah.
So shit, I don't even know. I can't even copy play for these moments.
There ain't no more bubble.
And the Wizards haven't played like 6 games at this point.
Oh, look at you knowing shit. Okay, I didn't even know that.
You might gotta know a little something.
Hey, okay. My fault, little dim. Fuck.
I gotta report on the Wizards.
All right, so this is like a hell of a U-turn, fucking go down to the Capitol, hit a right type of fucking transition.
Fuck you,
So I seen this on Tyke's Twitter. Yep, I seen it on your Twitter, nigga. I think you like retweeted it or said something about it. So it was I think the tweet said, at what age should be the oldest for someone to be staying at the crib and they should probably leave or they should probably move out? Like, what is like too old to be staying at your parents' place? It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
I mean, I don't mind people that stay at the crib. I think once you get to like 25, 26, you should be like, all right, I gotta go. Especially if you've been staying at home and like building up your capital and shit like that. That's just me. But I'm also moved out when I was 23. So like I got a different opinion of certain shit just because I wanted to have my own place. Probably a little premature, but I just think just as like at that point, you gotta start running into each other. You know what I'm saying? You're 25, 26, you want to have your own life and doing shit. And it's like, what the fuck going home and running into your mom and dad all the time, like some people have like their shit staggered. Like I got some friends that like some people will like get their parents' basement renovated if they can and almost live in like an apartment, so that's a different situation. But like, you staying up in your fucking room, your 15-year-old room, that's also another thing. I don't know. It's a touchy subject for most people, but for me, I think you need to start once you go back home from school or wherever you're at, I think you should immediately start looking at how I'm getting out. Whatever the case may be, if that's 1, 2, 3 years. But I think once you turn 25, it's like, damn. And then for me, I just never wanted to be like, where you at? Now I'm at my parents, but I'm about to get out soon. Like I never wanted to be that person. Like, I'm about to be out. Well, how long you been there? Since college, you've been 3-4 years, it's getting time to go. Like I never wanted to be that person either. So like for me, I think 25 has got to be like, all right.
True.
Unless you in like a hardship, like I got to come back, I got fired. Like, there's all stipulations on it, but if you're in good health and good wealth, then
true,
you got to rock.
What y'all think?
Why you asked that?
Oh shit! I don't know. I thought that would have been good. I don't know. I just asked that.
I didn't know if you was like, man, I know a lot of motherfuckers like that.
Nah, I'm not about to get on anybody's case because like we always say, like you can never look at anyone else's journey or path.
Right. Yeah,
so I really don't got anything really bad to say, but like if you creeping up on 30, get the fuck out. So if I had to give you a direct answer, I'd probably say like 28, max 29. Just because, just like you said, you never know what this person may have gotten into. You know what I'm saying?
I just think
that's hella debt, though. I get what you're saying.
My thing is like you said,
years of debt, like
hardships happen. But if you're in your let's say if you're 30 and you don't have like a backup like your savings account, which is meant to be saving you in situations where you get fired. You should at least have minimum 3 months worth of rent and utilities in your savings account
before you move.
Like, no. I'm saying if you lose your job.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to have like 3 to 6 months of.
You're already supposed to have it saved up. So if it comes to a point where you're sitting there, and then I understand if you can't find a job and the job market is difficult and it takes some time and whatnot, I totally get it. But I moved out of my parents' house when I was 24, 25, and I moved up here to Philly, which I thought was like perfect for me, just because like I stayed at home for college. So I was a commuter at college. I went to George Mason and I stayed there. But for me, the joke was like, it wasn't even like I lived at my parents' house. I could do whatever the hell I wanted in and out and stuff. I had like friends over drinking at my parents' house, but I don't want to do that because it's kind of weird. Some people are like, your parents let you have pre-games at your house? And it's kind of like, like that's kind of weird. So then finally at 25, I was like, let me just look for, I could have saved my money and just found another job in DC because the job I was at was super toxic. But I decided to just find something up here. And then it's like, well, I have my coins saved up. Let's just finally like get up and move out. But I think for me, by 26, I think you should have your bread. You should have your bread and you should be ready to like start looking into getting your own place. I think the oldest for me, same thing as Dom, 29. You shouldn't be any older than that unless there's like another hardship. Now, if you're not doing, if you don't have a job and, if you don't have a job and you're not doing anything and you're still mooching off your parents and you're not trying to make it and do something with your life, then that's something else. But if you are fortunate enough to have a career and make that money to where you can afford rent, then I think you should. But I feel like Nova is one of those places where a lot of people stay with their parents because one, it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's another reason why that
it's expensive. So,
What you think, Elsa?
I think aside from like age-wise, I just think everybody should get the chance to, or want to have the chance to live on their own and have roommates. I think that makes you grow so much. And I think we mentioned this in the last couple podcasts ago. If you go straight, and I know our parents probably did this, growing up, they went straight from their house to a home with their spouse, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's important for us now in this generation to get to know ourselves and to be broke, to look at your checking account like, oh damn, I got $20. Yep. How am I going to get food? So, you learn how to manage your money.
For sure.
Exactly. You learn how to figure yourself out and you learn so much about yourself. Yep. And you take care of yourself, and then you can bring all of that into your partnership with whomever you want to build a home with. I think it's just so important. And I see a lot more people wanting to do it now. I know last year was hard and a lot of people had to move back with mom and dad. And that in itself is a blessing because not everybody can do that.
Right.
But I also think the people that were able to move back, just see that as a blessing and don't take advantage of it in terms of like save your money, but don't take it for granted. Because not everybody has that opportunity.
There was a news article. There was a news article that came out about what Elsa said, about people now, like I guess it was 2020, where it was the boom of people moving back in with their parents.
Yeah.
Like people our age and people just now getting out of college, just moving right back in with their parents. I feel like this pandemic is like an enigma. So like it doesn't count. Like that was like a break year for everyone. And
I'll be like, for that exact reason, I'm like thankful that I have like been able to like keep my job. Like I lost money like with like not being able to travel because you get money from that. But like I can only imagine, like my mom lives in a 1-bedroom and my dad lives with my sister, her husband, and now her 2 kids. Like I would have to move back into that house, like, and be in the crib with them all day long. Like I would go absolutely crazy. Like I can't even think like how that would be. So like I just thinking like you gotta move back home because of the pandemic and they're all home with you all day long. Nah, you got a hard enough time when you going to work and coming home to that. Imagine being there all day with them. Like, man,
I get what you're saying.
That shit would drive me nuts. Because I don't know.
Imagine if y'all all roomed still together and y'all had to all work from home together.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Y'all would have been having parties and stuff. Shut up.
But shit, with all your parents
at the beginning, but then after a fact, it's like you're like, okay.
Yeah. Because my family be like, "What you doing today? You not working?" As I'm like getting something to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you've been off the clock for a minute. Like, damn, boss. Like they just troll like that. You know, it would just blow me.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
But nah, I like that you what you said, Elsa, as far as like learning about your stuff like self and stuff like that. Because like you say, you get to you really get to learn the value of money. You know, so like as far as like after you get out of school, you get roommates and stuff. Yep. Like if the normal person would think like, motherfucker, I had roommates in college. Roommates in college is totally different from roommates out of school. Because like you said, you got so much to pay for. You really got a lot more. You got a little bit more freedom, but less fun, I would say. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little bit more conservative for most people. Yeah. And then also, I think this leads to another question that is not off topic, but not on our, doc. So it falls in the line of, like learning your stuff and all that stuff. So would you guys say that you think you know your passion or have an idea?
Yeah.
Okay, what you think, Elsa?
That's funny you said that because I thought I did. I thought I had it like all down packed. But then I realized that your passion can be many things. So I think I'm like in that point of my life is like I've had a couple career paths. I was a teacher right after college and now I'm in radio.
Yep.
And I'm trying to figure out how to combine the two because I feel like it's both for me. And it's not crystal clear to me right now what my passion would be. Yeah.
I think I'll let you was about to answer, Taki.
Yeah, I mean, mine wasn't that deep either. I'm kind of like along the line of Elsa. Like, I know I like to help people. I know that's a big thing I love to do. But I also feel like I help people because I also don't know what I like to do. So I feel like I'm doing shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good about helping people because I'm like, okay, well, I'm helping them get to where they want to be. Like, maybe I'll find it out. You know what I mean? And whole time I'm like, all right, well, how long am I going to help everyone else get to where they want to be? And I'm like, okay, I'm done doing that. Now what? You know what I mean? So,
Taki, have you seen the movie Soul?
No, the anime joint, I haven't seen
it. Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. What you're saying reminds me of the movie.
Oh, wow. You like that?
When you watch it, you'll understand. Yeah. It has to do with like helping people find what their it thing is. Mm-hmm. And essentially like this person, this little cute blue blob can't figure out can't figure out what its thing is. And it's like trying to figure out finally out of nowhere, it stumbles across its passion. And it's actually a really good movie. Yeah. It's a really, really good movie. So anyways.
Everyone said it was good. And I definitely, if that's the case, then it's definitely something I would like to see. But I like my shit is all money driven. I got to make sure I have enough expendable money outside of my livable situation to know that I can like start funding or start tapping into other things yet. So I've got like a benchmark of money that I want to get to where then I'm like, okay, well I can start to dabble with some shit and not worry about the other shit. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what my focus has been in the past few months and continue to this year. So
I think to go off of what you're saying, Taki, I think a lot of millennials are in your realm as far as like, man, I don't know my passion and like helping people and all that stuff. But I think it's good to, sometimes not play student, but like be a partner or just be a assisting hand because you never know. You might do something and be like, hold up. I kind of like doing this.
That's why I do it.
Like I was talking to a friend of mine, right? You guys know him. I don't have to say his name. And I was just talking to him. Conversations like this helps you, get a little bit closer to your passion or somewhat of an idea. So I was talking to him, and at the time, this motherfucker was doing all types of shit. Like so from an outsider, I've talked about this person with my friends and shit, and they was like, man, this motherfucker doing a lot. Most people say he doing too much, or like it looked like he knew what he was doing. So when I got to talk to him, I'm a type of person, I ask indirect questions. Like I'm asking you questions for a reason, but you ain't gonna know what I'm getting at type shit, right? Mm-hmm. So like I said, everyone was like, man, he doing all yada, yada, yada. But he tells me this. He says, It might look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
And when he said that, I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. But like, what the point I'm getting at is, man, you never know until you try. Just fucking
for sure.
Try whatever the fuck. Like, this shit might sound crazy. My project I got going up, I'll tell you after this pod. But like, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst that can happen? If I ain't about to be in legal trouble or illegal trouble, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna lose? Money?
Yeah, fuck it. You get that back. Nah, for sure.
Get it back.
I'm the same way. I definitely think you gotta try everything. Like you gotta figure it out. Like, and
for sure.
You gotta figure out if you hate it or love it, or if you can tolerate it. So
yeah, because you never know until you try.
100%.
Yeah, I said I think I did figure out what my passion was. I actually didn't figure out until I moved out. And so, I mean, like what I'm doing in my job right now. So if I'm not going to give names of companies because there's no need for y'all to know who I work with, but just know the work that I do,
I got
is
that Christian
related
on my back. All right, keep going.
It's related to like lab related things. Specifically right now during this time, a lot of COVID related things. So COVID vaccination testing, just figuring out more about the virus. A lot of the stuff I do has to do with research in labs, whether it be from food to weed to vaccinations, anything. And I actually really love what my company stands for and what I'm doing with them, the thing behind of like, I get all the stats I think every quarter we have a huge team meeting with everyone globally talking about like what differences have we made, especially during COVID. So just knowing that I'm getting paid to do something that I love is pretty fucking awesome. So, I mean, at this point in time, I'm thinking this is my passion, but it's probably going to change again in the next 5 years. I mean, it happens.
You never know. We also think that we're older than we are, so we got a lot more time.
Yeah, no, my thing is like, what was it? My passion was when I was doing makeup artistry like 4 years ago. Like, I fucking love makeup. I was doing it freelance, low key. I loved it. Now I'm like, I still love it, but I love doing it for myself. The love of doing it for other people to make them feel beautiful. I mean, that's great. And if like family member or friend wants it done, but that passion is gone. Like, I don't even buy makeup anymore. So it's like, it's going to keep changing.
It's important for us to talk about this because there's probably young people watching us and they're like, oh, I have to find my passion. I just graduated. I don't know what I want to do. And it can change. It's okay.
Yeah, it's always going to change.
Like, you can have it in college and then be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And I know it sucks because of like loans or whatever, but you can find, you can find your way around things and find something that you love. Like, I think Soul is a great movie that describes that. It's just, it shouldn't be the destination. It's kind of like the journey.
No, yeah. Sure. I mean, and it's good to see if your passions are changing as you get older, that means that you're growing as a person. Yep. Yeah. It's okay to outgrow things, outgrow friends, it is okay. It is you just growing up, and that is the process of life. So you're not always going to keep loving the same things that you once did. You can have, you can look back on it and still enjoy it, but it's not going to be the same thing. But you're going to find that same love you once had for something completely brand new, and it's still going to bring you that joy. So it's totally okay to outgrow your passions. Like Elsa said, it might suck because maybe the circumstances are what you thought in school was your passion was doing, I don't fucking know, like biology or whatever, med school, and it's no longer that. And you find out psychology is your thing or whatever. It is okay. Like, find your way around, shit happens.
Mother, sorry. I don't know if I mentioned this the last time I was on this joint, but me and my roommate, we were talking, we was like, yeah, I mean, it's everyone just trying to figure out what's the next thing to do. Like, if you look over the pandemic, you either see someone started a podcast, someone started a clothing line, someone started a fitness page, or someone started doing photography, at least around here. Like, those are like the four things you see on Instagram. That's everything. At one point it was everyone on Facebook doing the little makeup tutorials. At one point it was everyone on the Arbonne shit. And then, like, when we was kids, I don't know if you remember, everyone was going to door selling them fucking knives. Like, people doing that shit. So,
Cutco knives, girl. It was kitchen knives.
Like kitchen knives.
I got tricked into that shit too.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
I got a job.
Yeah, even
selling knives.
It's a pyramid scheme type thing.
Forex became a big thing this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all that type of shit. So
it's always something.
Like it's literally who's gonna be the next person to start the trend, and everyone jumps on. You got to kind of be, it's kind of strange how everyone kind of taps into like the same.
Well, I mean, yeah, but some person might end up being inspired by this person, and it's like it's okay for you to dabble into it and try it out, and experiment with it. And if it ain't your thing, then it ain't your thing. Just go on to the next one. If it's trends that are into your thing, and this is how you can figure out what you like, then so be it.
Yeah, now my point was almost just like, don't be afraid to be the first one to do it, because if you see once one person does it and then another person does it, everyone starts to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's doing this. Like you go on Instagram, everyone has a podcast. Everyone has a podcast. Like I was thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, man, like you don't see nothing on here that ain't because you have to, because of COVID and shit. But it's like crazy. Like everyone in the NBA, everyone in the NFL, everyone on the news. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like even amongst us, like it's crazy.
I've always been a believer in that. Like, there's room for everybody, though.
There is.
To a certain level is about consistency. Like you can start something.
It's about consistency, right? We about to be coming up on a year with our joint, which is lit.
Yeah. What was it? There was an inspiring story I heard off of one of my favorite podcasts, and it was from Girls Gotta Eat, and I forgot what the girl's name was, but they featured a guest, and it's kind of relating to this. So what she did was she was a director or something for Grey's Anatomy and like all those big things. And she actually, off of Grey's Anatomy, after they were done filming, what she would do is they needed to actually consult with a real surgeon to make sure that the stuff that's on the show is very accurate. And she found herself, as she was talking to the surgeon, really absolutely loving what doctors do. And so mind you, she went to school for film, fell in love with this. And then when she was older, she ended up quitting that job, like Grey's Anatomy, whatever, like huge, making big banks, went to Harvard or Yale to go get a med degree. And now she is a super famous psychologist and she does like clinical psychology. And it was awesome to hear, because she was like, just because I was old and I was in the middle of doing a career doesn't mean that it ends there. She was able to go and find something else that now she loves.
Yep.
And it's just awesome to hear that, it never ends. This process of growing and changing never ends.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think everyone wants to solidify it and lock it down so fast that they just they forget that there's other shit to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Perfect transition. We don't gotta stay on this for too long. I know you gotta go. But the reason why I asked this question was because you can give me a general answer. You don't have to give a personal one. But why do you think our majority of our generation, obviously everyone is just getting hip to the word passion and stuff like that, but you see other entrepreneurs say like, man, I was doing this, I was working a desk job, and then I just quit my job and put 100% into my passion and now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Why are we so hesitant, you think?
Because everybody wants security. Everybody wants that constant paycheck to know they can pay their bills. Nobody wants to go
also back. Everyone, the fear of the unknown. My answer is fear of the unknown.
Sure.
Is you don't know what, and for someone to take a leap of faith like that, and to throw away a paycheck type of thing, to go and just put all your in. I mean, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of just like so much patience to sit there, and then to get the fruits of that labor. Oh boy, that's going to take time. It's not like a one and done thing where it's all like, we put this one podcast out and now we're just getting money from streams. No, it's going to take years for us to see, the fruition of this, like turn into something.
Sure.
So I think it's fear of the unknown is what stops a lot of people, including me. I mean, there's some things for me. Food is my passion. And I think y'all know I love to cook. I love, I have a food blog and stuff like that. And I have like friends and Rainier and stuff pushing me, yo, why don't you film like what you're cooking? Why don't you do something about it? Do a live, do something. And I'm just too scared. I'm just too scared. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if someone's going to talk shit. I don't know if someone's going to record me. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know. And that's what I'm scared of. So it's like.
Well, you always don't know until you know. So.
Exactly. But see, I'm not ready. I'm not there yet to try to find out.
Right. I feel you.
What you think, Elsa?
It's scary though, and I see both sides because I grew up hearing don't put all your eggs in one basket and all that.
True, right? Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
But with me,
so you have a side hustle.
Yeah. So with me, while I was teaching, I was on radio part-time. And then at one point my school was going to be shut down and turned from like one type of school to another type of school. So I saw that as my opportunity to jump into radio full-time. And I wasn't getting paid full-time, but I used up my savings and I was like, this is what I'm going to go for. And I ended up getting the full-time job almost a year later, which was great. But I was working though, like I still was working. It wasn't I didn't have a contract, but they were still paying me. So I think but it's also hard when it's a passion that you're not getting paid for. That's like,
I think to me, it's a real passion. If you're okay with not getting paid for it and you still continue, I think that, I would say that's like real type of shit, you know?
And I know people that have taken out like loans, like I'm gonna live off of this loan or these credit cards because I really believe, and I give it to them. Like
I do too.
Those are musicians right there. That's musicians. I feel like if it's a passion, musicians have that passion because they'll sit there and on SoundCloud and shit, and they'll do whatever they can with their MacBooks and stuff. I really put it there all into it and dedicate all their time and their resources into doing what they can to turn it into something else.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll be quick. I think it's a lot of things. Obviously, the internet, I think, plays a little bit of a role of it because we're so used to instant gratification. You post a pic, you get 200-300 likes, within fucking a day. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And people, like y'all said, fear driven. But I'm gonna point out another thing. I don't want to blame my parents or their generation, but I guess I'm gonna. So I think you basically, who you are, majority of the reason is because who you're surrounded by, majority of your life, your parents, you know what I'm saying? I think that generation was just strictly based off of, safety and obviously for the kids. And they're just was like, all right, I'm gonna work from 18 till I have to retire until like I'm 65, 70. So us seeing that, we're like, maybe I should just do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that plays somewhat of a role as well.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I agree.
But, man, you do what you saw.
For sure. Nothing wrong with that though.
Like, I would not assume, but I would say some, if not half or most people end up doing some kind of what their parents did because that's what they saw or that's the line of route that they.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Or they go off and do something that their parents have pushed them to do because parents can't do it.
Right.
So like being Asian, for me, it's always pushed to be something in business, a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, something XYZ type of thing. My parents weren't able to do that, but we want you to do that. 100%.
Oh, fuck. All right, we're gonna pause that motherfucker.
What you do?
All right, we got a new segment. Those of you who may not have heard of it, but if it's your first time or your second time, hopefully it ain't your last time hearing this segment. It's called The Audacity. What is that? Can you give us the definition or the Merriam-Webster, Elsa? What is
it? Audacity is the willingness to take bold risks, rude or disrespectful behavior. So in this segment, we talk about a time in our lives or a life situation of somebody else's life where someone made an irrational or rational decision, and it's up to us to decide if that person was right or wrong, if that person was disrespectful or they were in their right to do what they did. So here's the situation. A friend of mine was at a bar and a girl that he messed with came up to him. She says, hey, they converse a little, and then she asks the guy, can he buy her and her friend a drink? The guy says, no, you can buy your own drinks. The girls leave. Whose side are you on?
So I know, Elsa, I might call you in like 5 years to read to my kid. That shit sounds so good.
That radio voice was there, girl. You put on.
She went crazy on that.
Let's see. Let's start with Taiki. Whose side are you
on? First of all, I would buy the girl that I talked to or messed with a drink. The fact that you come up to me and ask me, can you buy me and my friend a drink? That is where the audacity comes in. Like, I got you. Where does chicken head come from? I ain't talking to her.
Oh, you called her chicken.
You know what I'm saying? That's so I'm on the homie side. Like, in what world, if it was me, I would have called Dom, like, yo, this other girl wants a drink. You got it? And Dom would have been like, yeah, what you want? I only drink top shelf. I'm definitely on the dude side. I don't know why the woman would ask that. That just sounds like some malarkey to me, but I'm definitely on the guy side. But I can see, I guess, why she would think that, but nah, big tight don't work that way.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I think, obviously, let's go with I'm on the girl side. I'm on the girl side.
I know, right?
This is why. She could have asked it a little bit, nicer.
Yeah.
She could have probably done it in a good way. I don't know how, but girls can finesse. But I'm on the girl side because, like, one, you already slept with me multiple times because as Elsa read, we messed around. So I gave you this pussy. And you gave me that right?
So you got me on retainer. I gotta pay for shit.
So if you want this pussy tonight, pay for my baby drink. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying that she asked for the drink? Wait a minute.
But hold up, Dom.
This was a scenario.
Saying that if he gives her the drink, she's gonna give it up again?
Hold up, Dom.
Most likely. That means she's staying for the night.
Hold up, Dom. I ain't buy her friend a drink before I got it. Why I gotta buy it now?
Woo!
Come on now. Price is going up
here.
It's getting fight.
For what reason?
Okay.
Hey.
Ria, what you thinking, Ria? Come on.
I am on.
Hey.
I, as a female, would never. I can't ever go around asking a dude to buy me a drink, especially someone I used to mess around with. If the keyword is used to,
no, it said recently.
If anything, I'm pulling out.
Recently. She said recently, within a month. She said.
Nah, but I'm assuming we're done.
I say recently.
So what I'm gonna do?
The doc, Elsa, the shit said recently.
I copy pasted.
It's all good.
The doc
Nonetheless, either way,
it doesn't matter because it say used to though. Because what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna pull out my nice little heavy metal card. I'm gonna slide on the bar and I'm gonna be like, "Can I get you a drink?" No. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll be like, "I got you and my girl a drink." Nah. I'm gonna buy you a drink. No, but really, she should have.
Capaholics.
No, she has the audacity. I think that's pretty wild, in my opinion, for females or anyone in general to feel some type of entitlement of, hey, like, I feel like you can get me this drink and my girl.
The dude's a real one for sure. The dude's a real one for it.
So the audacity of her to ask for a drink.
That dude's a real one, but shit, I would have paid.
Elsa, how about you?
I feel uncomfortable when guys like send over drinks. Like I have I ain't want to.
Exactly, yeah, because then I feel like dudes expect something back.
I don't know what you put in there. I'm just very
I think that's lit.
Like I don't know what you're trying to do, and no.
Yeah. Like, what are your intentions?
Elsa, whose side you on though?
I'm on the guy side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I'm reading the guy side. Yeah. She can buy her own drinks. She got to find somebody else at the bar.
I mean, but like 7, 8
times. She felt entitled. I think it was.
What? You're not with him.
It was a transactional situation. I think this how most girls be thinking. It was literally like this. If he buys me a drink and you a drink, I'm most likely gonna stay with him at this bar.
And so was she, and she gonna want to drink.
That's what I've ever heard. Because you best believe if a dude buys me a drink when I was single, the first thing I do is I take that cup and I turn and move away on the other side of the fucking club.
You ain't listening. They've already messed around.
So what? Just because I messed around with you before doesn't mean I'm gonna do
it. I'm gonna run to the other side.
They running it back with D-Worm. I don't know what you fucking with. You hear me? She pulled it up.
It's wrong for the guy to assume that just because he
see, now we're getting into 2020 territory, 2021.
If I already listen,
so I don't care. We already
majority of the time. I'm not gonna say every time. I ain't 100% nigga. I'm probably I'm shooting like 70%, 65%.
This is
situations. But if you pull up on me wanting something from me, and we already messed around, and we like recently messed around, I'm expecting some pussy. A little bit.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Dom, literally our ratings just went from here to here. It went from 1 to back to 0. Listen, I'll tell you a real life situation. This is what happens. This is a real life situation. This happens all the time.
But if I ain't never hit,
I'm not club. If I'm at like a club or a bar, right? This used to happen all the time. When I would go back to like the bars in Clarendon and Arlington from people that I used to talk to and stuff when I was in college and whatnot, right? If it's a dude that I used to mess with, he offers to buy me a drink, right? And he expects me to stay around with him. I'll take the drink, but I'll run back to my friend. I'll be like, you know what? I appreciate the drink. It was nice. It was really sweet of you. What we had was what we have. That's some toxic ass future energy that you giving right there. That's some future shit. Because you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm leaving. And then he's gonna be like, yo, he's gonna text me 30 minutes from now. I'll be like, it was nice.
Where you at?
Hopefully we can. Yeah.
Back to something. No.
Y'all are fucking
$20. My bad. Oh well.
Y'all are fucking the question up.
If you coming up to me.
No, I know, but I'm just saying a real life situation. What would happen is,
hey, can you bust it open for me?
But the girl would never. She would never.
Huh?
For a drink?
I don't know what type of girls. Damn, Dom. I don't know where you finding them out there, but God dang.
Listen. If a girl comes up to you already mess with, keyword already mess with recently within the month. If she says, hey, can you buy me and my girl a drink? It means, hey, I plan on staying here for a little while. It's basically up to you if you want me to stay with you tonight. That's how it normally is.
It just means she wants you to buy her a drink. She doesn't want to her money.
Facts. And what does the other woman got to do with it?
She has her friend with her. She wants to be with you even less. If she has her friend, she definitely don't want to be with you.
Hold on. What the friend got to do with me getting the pussy?
What? Because she needs to entertain her friend.
They randomly met up. This was like some random shit.
See, now you got all these stipulations on it. You fucking making the question go towards your answer. Fuck that.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm still sticking on the two girls.
No, bro, Dom, put it this way. If she has to buy her friend a drink, well, you don't think you won't give my friend an Uber home if I go with you?
True, you're right.
They already can't leave together. Motherfuckers can't get their own drink. Now she probably can't get home without her. Come on now.
So I need to put my shit down from 70 to 40.
Yeah. Come on now.
All the way down.
Hey, well.
And if you're telling me she's planning on staying with me, well, how are we both going to figure out how to get her the hell up on out of here?
That's when you're
going nowhere.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you on a 2-on-2.
Because you know what's gonna happen? Because her friend gonna get drunk, and then she gotta take care of her friend, and now she gonna use that as her excuse. Sorry, Dom, I can't. Kathy's too drunk right now.
Chances are her friend found another guy or another ex at the other end of the bar.
Who gonna pay for all that shit?
2 more drinks. Like,
yeah.
Nobody got time.
No one got time.
That was a good question.
Hey, you hear me?
That takes me back to when we could go to bars and clubs, man. That shit was funny.
But yeah, that's funny. Y'all got me sweating here again, goddamn.
Well, let's see if we got. I know we've been getting some pretty interesting comments.
Yeah.
If he knows, he or she, if he has any input on this topic, I know he a little bit of anti-feminist, misogynist. So we'll see what he has to say about that. But yeah, if y'all have any input on that, we love to hear. Who has the audacity? Is it him or her?
The audacity of that man to not pay for that drink.
The audacity of that girl to ask for a drink.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
You know, you took a little break and then you played a song.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. But
yeah, bro. Come on now.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
But it's okay because Mike gonna bring it in, right?
Yeah, right. Mike gonna
get it. He can put it on top.
Don't play it now. Oh my
God. Damn, I guess I didn't. Pressure burst pipes. I forgot to play that.
Oh, go ahead. Fuck me so good. What is it? You make me say blah blah blah.
We can wata.
Oh.
All right.
We're gonna get anything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone seems like they're in a good mood. It's a Friday.
We didn't even talk about the inauguration. Look at y'all.
I got a couple minutes to spare. We got 5 minutes. Like, you got 5 minutes.
Like, yo, I'm trying to live. Fuck that nigga.
talk about this.
Oh, sorry. Let's just make it really quick.
No, because y'all, it ain't no 5 minutes with y'all. It ain't no 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes.
No, ain't no 5 minutes with you, Tyke.
Hey, Tyke said, I was just putting my shoes on, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just make it really quick. Elsa, what was DC like during the inauguration? Let's just have Elsa, because Elsa is the one who says right in DC.
Yes. So there were barricades everywhere. A whole bunch of restaurants closed. National Guard, a whole bunch of them, thousands and thousands of them here. But I will say it was a different feeling from a few weeks ago when the insurrection happened. It was just like a shift in energy. I have to say that the first woman vice president is in the house now, and I'm just so happy and so excited, and all the little girls watching out there.
Girl, now you got that energy. Yes. You can now go and ask that man to buy you a drink now.
Listen.
No.
So yeah, it was a big, at least for me, and I felt it too, but people could have it about that. But I think it was a big shift in energy.
Yeah, I agree. My 2 cents is as Kamala Harris is half African American, half they say South Asian to be more inclusive, but more exclusively she's Indian, and to narrow it down even more, she's Tamil, which is very close to where I'm from. So as a brown woman, a South Asian woman, it's a huge freaking deal in my community, along with just being a woman in general. So I won't lie, I teared up a little bit that day. So yeah, I was really happy just to see, because there's not much representation of the South Asian community right now. So just to have our vice president be, something like that, it was just awesome. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Yes. J-Lo was in the house. So I know some people were pissed off about that. She looked great, by the way. She
did, as always. She
looked great.
Bernie made some sweaters with his little picture.
That was funny.
They got Bernie everywhere.
I think he's donating all the proceeds from people buying the hoodies or sweaters.
Yeah, he made a whole sweatshirt out of it, which I think is great.
Yeah. I thought that was
cool. That's cute. I didn't know that.
He's donating to Meals on Wheels in Vermont.
Oh,
he's so cute. I just want to hug him.
I know, he's so adorable. He's like that cute little teacher you have in high school, that history teacher that's always so sweet, and you can go sit with him after school or during lunch break just to talk to him, and he'll tell you about his past,
his whole life story.
Exactly. But yeah, that was our 2 cents. I know, Tyke, you gotta go lift. I got a date with a tequila bar, so.
Oh, that's litty.
Yeah, I got my little pre-workout here ready. I'm about to.
Shit.
That's my pre-workout.
We can talk about it a little bit more next week to start up the podcast as well.
Yeah. This is still historic, so cool. This will never go out.
So,
just want to give a shot.
I'm calling it right now. Conor McGregor TKO in the 3rd round tomorrow. Lock it in.
Bet. Where you watching?
He need a video evidence.
Where you watching?
The crib. Pull up.
Sure. I don't fuck with that. But all right, second.
We come to your crib.
He's 7 floors up higher now.
I had a couch and shit. But all right. Well, thank you for watching, all our first time listeners and people that have been holding us down for a little bit. We appreciate the feedback and questions and stuff like that.
Thank you everyone for sharing. People who share our podcast and stuff. We appreciate that too. So big shout out Medi and Nikhil and everyone. They're always sharing it and whatnot.
Sure. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube or
that follow button.
Apple, Spotify, all that. We definitely appreciate it.
Don't buy that second girl a drink wherever you are.
Yeah. Don't buy her and her friend a drink if she asks.
Yeah.
D-worm harassing people.
What you want? Patron, Don Julio. You hear me?
Hey, get me off this fucking shit.
All right. Well, thank you for watching.
Talk to me.
I'll holler at y'all. Have a good
evening. Dead. Love you guys. Bye.
This was our greatest podcast.